Hey guys, welcome to Freedom Fishing. Unique episode today. We got the Florida Antique Tackle Collector Show here at World Golf Village. 240 vendors here showing off their old antique fishing stuff. Really cool. I talked to Chris Smith this week. He's one of the guys on the board, and we're going to get somebody to talk about them here in a minute. But just a quick glance. Got a whole bunch of tackle I'm going to look at. These old antique lures. I'm going to try to maybe find something to buy to use on the channel. So kind of a little bit different episode here. I'm going to show you guys some of the vendors here, some of the cool stuff they've got. So thanks for joining this unique episode of Freedom Fishing.
This was made in Sanford, and they took melted down silver dollars.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because they wanted a shiny lure for the school bass going in the river. So the earlier ones in the 30s, these were melted down silver dollars. Then Doc Gardner, who was an osteopath and had a practice in Sanford, some years later, 10 years later, came out with these versions of it. Larger, heavier.
Gotcha, okay,
Same purpose, though, looking for school bass fishing. So he had a fancy box made up with the illustration and Doc's Menhaden paperwork. And then this fella here, Tubby Wells, he was into land, had a business you can see here, marine hardware and equipment.
And a similar, yes, okay. Those are really cool. Yeah, I've got a few fish on these similar red and white bodies. That's right. Yeah, for sure.
Red and white with a big color.
Cool.
Oh, yellow and red's a big color too.
Well, guys, that's just one small example of all the stuff down here. What's your name, sir?
Doug.
This is Doug right here. Doug's got one of the displays here. I'm going to show you. Doug's got this right here too. This is just kind of struck my fancy. This he's got from back to the 30s, 40s. Tarpon size and then bass size, but you can see the similar, and these are made in Palatka. Everything Doug has is Florida made, so these are all Florida made specific lures. He needs to throw that one away though. That one's got a stilo thing on it. Really cool. These crazy crawlers right here, look at those. My grandpa used to use something like this. This one right here is $300. I've never used one of these before. Guys, I got Mike Crosby here at the Antique Lure Collection. He's going to show this crazy crawler here. I've never used one before. He's going to show us. Mike, how does that work?
When you pull it, wings open, just makes a commotion like probably like a wounded frog or a duck or anything, whatever they might feel.
A wounded whatever, yeah.
Yeah, but it just makes a lot of commotion in the water.
Cool. And these are about how old, you said?
These are, I'd say 70s, 80s.
Okay. Which doesn't seem like that long ago, but that's 40, 50 years ago.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's a long time. And then you've got some others. You said these are like the 1930s in here?
Yes, sir.
These are on the 30s?
Early 40s.
Early 40s?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you said these run, how much? You said these are 50-ish, 50 to 70?
These right here are a little bit more, probably more like the yellow and the black and the green are the harder to find colors.
Okay. About how much would that be?
Those can range from anywhere from $100 to $300.
Okay.
The ones that are in the boxes, the box almost adds
doubles
as much as the lure value.
Right. Right.
Some of these boxes, especially of these harder colors, are harder to find.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, guys, if you have an old lure at home, don't throw the box away, because that has a lot. I'm going to tell a story about my mom later in the video, and the box is a key story about this lure she bought for $1/4 at a yard sale, and I'll tease you here. She sold it for $5,200, and I'll tell you, Mike, I'll tell you the story in a minute. I'm going to tell the story at the end of this video, so keep the box, guys. So really cool stuff here. Mike's up here with all these crazy crawlers. And there's 240 different people here, just all kinds of neat stuff. So I might buy one of these crazy crawlers, a cheap one from Mike here, and use it on the channel upcoming soon. So, all right, man. Thanks, Mike.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, guys. I'm gonna buy a crazy crawler from Mike here for $25. He said I can have any color I want, so I'm gonna go with old school red and white.
Okay.
So I'll take that red and white there. I'm gonna give Mike $25 for this top water, and use that on the channel here coming up soon.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys, I got Tony here. Tony's at the show here, the Florida Antique Collector Show, fishing lures, and he is a real guy. Check this out. So he's going to talk a minute about what he's got. Tony, so what you got here?
I've been collecting for about 40 years now, and I got involved in it by picking up a reel at a flea market one day and cleaning it and fixing it, and I was hooked. And what I've got here is from big game reels, cradle reels, This thing weighs about 30 pounds.
Wow.
It's an Edward von Hoff 14-aught cradle.
About how much is something like that, Tony?
About $6,000.
About $6,000.
Yeah.
Wow, holy mackerel. All right, when we're done, I'll give you cash. Okay.
And then I've got everything from, those high-end reels. I've got everything from Ocean City reels, Bronson reels, Fluger reels, more Ocean City, and then Julius von Hoff, Penn reels.
So I was talking to Tony, getting ready to walk in. I saw these reels and these rods here. I'm like, what is that? So what is that, Tony, again?
They're called a Herd Supercaster, and it is like a reel built into a rod, and they were used years ago for fishing and they were convenient because you didn't have a reel to take off the rod. It all was encompassed in one.
Right.
And they're made of aluminum, walnut grips. These things can go anywhere from $100 to $250 depending on condition.
All right, guys, I'm with Dean right here. Dean's got some cool stuff here. He's got these lures that are, Dean, you said these are from Thailand, right?
Yes, they're handmade Thailand lures. Tough to get here, but they work great. They're kind of like have that jumping action going across the pads. They're made to go up against the snakefish over there in Thailand, so they're really super durable, but all handmade, great lures.
Well, they look like they're probably a bass type lure, but I'm going to use them in salt water.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to try to catch me a redfish or trout or something. So I'm going to buy this one from him. You said how much for this?
$8.
$8. It's only $8. I've never used a lure from overseas. Well, I probably have used a lure from overseas, but a Thailand lure like this. I'm going to buy this from him. And then Dean's also got a Facebook Live where he does something. What is that, Dean?
Yeah, so I'm on Facebook Live, auctions and sales, right on Facebook, and it's a great group. And I do a live auction on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern. Fortunately for everybody, I stand behind the camera, not in front of it, and sell.
All right, so that's Dean's Real Deals. Yep. Check that out. He does an online auction. That'd be a cool thing for you. All right, well, I'm going to buy this lure, and I'm going to use it here in an episode upcoming soon. So, all right. Thanks, Dean.
Thank you.
It's a really cool display right here. Check out these lures. You can see so far with me that I bought a couple of really inexpensive lures so far, so you don't have to come here and spend a bunch of money. Now, some of this stuff's very expensive. There's some just really, really neat stuff. You got to come out here and see what they got and take a little lure home with you. Maybe start a collection up. Check out this really cool stuff, though. Look at these old floats, man. I could spend hours and hours and hours here today. All right, guys, I'm here with Ed Bories. He is the president of FATC, and he's going to tell us a little bit about the club and how you can be a part of it, and come down and see the show tomorrow. So I'll give you more details on that. So Ed, tell us about FATC a little bit.
Beautiful. Thank you very much for the introduction. Our club has about 200 members. We were founded in 1988. As you can see, there's an array of different collections here, from rods, reels, lures, and you could break it into spin casting or fly fishing, big game, offshore, you name it. If you're into this kind of thing, we're available here today until 5, and then we'll be available tomorrow as well for the public. It'd be awesome if anybody that had the interest in this stuff to come in, take a look. You may be our 201st member.
And I also, today being March 1st, tomorrow being March 2nd, and then the next show, I think, is in May at Crystal River, right, Ed?
That is correct. May of 2024, we'll have a show over in Crystal River.
Okay, so a little
beautiful
more
area. You could fish right from there. There's boat rentals, plenty of great restaurants, as there are here. Usually we try to pick a very nice venue for our members and for the guests coming in for the day. We want it to be an enjoyable experience for everybody.
All right, guys, so Renaissance Hotel, March 2nd, Saturday. Come see them. They are not here Sunday. The advertising kind of says Sunday. They're not here Sunday. So it'll be too late Friday night. So Saturday, what time? What are the hours Saturday? We're here till 9 to 5. We got these guys, these chickens over here who didn't want to get on camera. they are now on camera.
Now they're on.
Ed stood up and said, "You know what? I'm the man. I'll do this."
That's right.
So there you go. Eddie's the man. So Saturday, March 2nd, from 9 to 5, guys. $5 to get in. I have spent like $18 and have 2 old lures I'm gonna use on the channel. So
a lot of fun. Come on down and join us.
You don't have to buy the $6,000 reel I saw. You can buy an $8 lure. All right. Thanks, Ed. Appreciate it, man. Thanks, sir. All right, guys. I'm at the booth here with Ed. He's got a cool deal here. You guys got to come check this out tomorrow. A set of 5 of these pikeys for $50. You get all 5 for 50 bucks. And Ed, what were you saying? There's some unique colors or
Yeah,
rare
well,
colors?
they were specially made for a gentleman actually in the Daytona Beach area. He had Creek Chub Company make these. They made 400 of each color, and they're 25 years old. And if you go on, eBay right now, they're usually going for about $29, $30, $35. At Christmas time, this one right here, which is called White Scale, I saw it selling for $80 or $90. I just bought out the end of the batch, so I got them at a real good price. And it's hard to store a lot of fishing lures. I've got
Yeah, you got a bunch
I've
here.
got 8 tables.
8 tables, wow.
That's 64 feet of fishing stuff. And so I'm trying to just,
Okay.
if I can just get my money out of them right now, because I've already made a little bit on these.
Right.
So, but it's a great set, and the colors are fantastic.
All right, guys, so listen, I'm going to buy a set from Ed right now. I'm giving you 50 bucks cash, and I'm going to take a set home. And
Okay.
you guys ought to come out here tomorrow and get yourself a set. They got one more day, so he's got a few sets left.
If you like to fish, even if you don't collect lures, this is a great place to buy lures cheap, because I'll buy a tackle box for one lure, and then I put the other lures in my bargain boxes.
There you go.
And so then you get stuff that you'll pay.
So these are the bargain boxes down here. I'm going to walk down. I'm going to show up. See, these are the bargain boxes. So see, he just got inexpensive stuff down here. $10, $3. So you can come down here and get yourself a bargain on a great. Some more of Ed's. Here's a $1, $2 bargain box. $1, $2 bargain box. So bring 20 bucks and get yourself some lures. So right here, guys, we got the Heck family. This is a really neat. They got, so it starts here and it goes down to the table here from the 1920s, and then the 30s and 40s and 50s, and it just goes on. And these are not for sale, but these are some really interesting lures. A lot of fly stuff here, and then they got some regular traditional stuff. They're not selling much, but man, look at this right here. The Xeno Bass from Jacksonville, Florida. The Aggravating Popper. Wow, what a neat name. That's the Jacksonville. See if there's any more Jacksonville in here. Kissimmee, Cocoa, Oviedo. And these are kind of cool. Look at it, it's a little alligator. A little gator. A little frog. Look at that, that's a grasshopper. All right, guys, check these out. I'm with Scott Morgan. Scott Morgan, you make these yourself, Scott?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, Scott makes these. These are all snake skin or frog skin, all roadkill or something. So tell us about them, Scott.
These are all snake skin right here, and they're all roadkill skins. And I have a few frog skin ones. This is a frog skin, and these are frog skin over here.
Frog skin, okay.
Yep. These are all different skin lures and natural skins. And these up here are coral snake, which is a kind of a common snake in Florida.
Yeah, okay.
You don't want to see one really, but
so honey, don't be mad at him. He didn't kill any of these for this. It was all roadkill or gigged or something.
Right, exactly.
I have never seen lures like this. This is really.
Yeah, there's a couple of manufacturers that make them, and one of them is Gilmore in Arkansas, and I've been doing it since 1995 here in Florida.
You have, okay. Yeah. I'm going to tell you my story about my mom's fishing lure story real quick about antique lures. My mom bought an old antique lure for 25 cents at a yard sale. It was a Hosmer mechanical frog lure is what it was called. She kept digging through the box and she found the box that the lure came in, and the guy said, yeah, you can have the box too. So for a quarter she got this Hosmer mechanical frog lure and the original box. This is about 15 years ago. She puts them on eBay. She paid a quarter. She put them on eBay for $9.99. 7 hours into the auction, she called me and she says, Greg, I don't know what to do. I bought this lure for a quarter. I put it on eBay for $9.99 and it's $700 already. And she's freaking out. We grew up really poor. My mom never had any money. She's passed since then. This is about 15 years ago. It's $700. What do I do? And she's kind of freaking out. She's in Tampa. I'm in Charleston, South Carolina. I said, Mom, don't do anything. Let me make a phone call. So I look up a guy, antique fishing tackle guy up in Michigan, and I call him. She's in Tampa. I'm in Charleston. He's in Michigan. I said, hey, yeah, we've got this Hosmer mechanical frog lure that we came across. We want to know, what is something like that worth? And this guy says, oh, you're talking about the one that's on eBay right now, aren't you? My mom's in Tampa. This guy's in Michigan. He knew about the auction. I knew something was going on then. People were emailing my mom telling her, in the auction now, and I'll give you $2,500 for that. She sold it for $5,200. 25-cent investment on that old lure, and found the original box. And the original box is the key to the story. It really doubled the value of that. Apparently a guy in Michigan had made these in his basement, and he had made about 100 of them, and there's only 3 known left in the world with the lure and the box. So she got that money in the mail a couple weeks later, and really helped her out a lot, because she never had that kind of money before. So that's my story about antique lures. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode, guys. Thanks for watching so much, and I'll see you on the water on Sunday. God bless.